What's up, fellow vapors? Scott with the TVB, the vaping budget, bringing my review and build on the Fogger V4 from IVOGO that I got from Angel Cigs. And let me tell you guys, I am loving this tank. If you're looking to blow some clouds from a tank, definitely got to check out the Fogger V4. I'm loving the clouds I'm getting out of this. Welcome back, guys, to the Fogger V4 review and build. I purchased this from Angel Cigs. If you guys don't know about Angel Cigs, they are a Chinese manufacturer that does have a U.S. warehouse. So if it's in stock in the U.S., in their warehouse, it's going to ship very fast. You're going to have it within a couple days. They definitely get a thumbs up from the vaping budget. And as always, my common sense reminder. With all the products I review, they are definitely my opinion and my opinion alone. How you like the products, or what you think of the products might be different, but I'm going to give you my best opinions that I can on the products that I review, so that way when you go to purchase them, you're going to have a little more insight on what you're getting. Alright, let's dive into the Fogger V4 and get up close and personal with this RBA, this cloud checking machine, and do a nice build on it for you guys. Packaging wise, you guys know how I am about my boxes. Love the box, love the way it was packaged. Very nice packaging. Oh yeah. Came with of course the RDA and a mini screwdrivers, some silica wick, and some Kenthal wire. If I can see you guys. Alright, let's get into some specs on the Fogger V4. It is a bottom fed 22mm RBA with adjustable airflow, and I'm loving the adjustable airflow on it. It is the ring style. You can crank her all the way down for your mouth to lung hitters and get a very nice vape off of it. Or you can open it all the way up like I prefer and do a lung hit. Check that out. I was pulling on that thing as hard as I can. Let's do one more for you guys. That's almost comparable to an RDA. And I can vape on this thing and vape on this thing, hard pulls, and not get a burnt hit. That's due to the 4 channels in the bottom for wicking. And under the hood, it has a dual post with the dual air channels that come up under each coil. And that's how you can chuck the vapor out of this bad boy. So alright, let's dive up close and personal with the Fogger V4. I'm going to show you all the pieces to this, how to set it up, how to do a dual coil build on this, and set up your cotton. Alrighty, we're up close and personal with the Fogger V4. Very nice. Check that out. Get the focus. Oh yeah. So, alright, take this apart. All you do is unscrew the bottom. Very nice Pyrex glass, thick. Look how thick that is. Oh yeah, we can get that in video now. Alrighty, let's get into the business end of this. This is your adjustable airflow ring on the bottom here. Take that all the way off. Very nice logo on there. Alright, there's your adjustable airflows there. There's one on one side and then the other is right there. And they do come up right where we put the coils at. So we're going to get some nice vapor out of them, both sides. And there is the deck. Very nice threads here. Everything goes together very nicely. The only trouble that I've had is with the airflow ring when I go to put it back on. So the best thing to do when putting the airflow ring back on, if you do take it off, is just put it down on the bottom, go the opposite way with it until you feel it click, and then it'll go right on, so that way you don't strip out any of your threads. So alrighty, I got about, I don't know, about a foot or so of 28 gauge Kenthal wire. I'm going to be building my coils on a 1.5 millimeter micro screwdriver, and we are going to go with dual coils. Alrighty, we're ready to build the first coil here. I would leave about 3/4 of an inch of a tail on here on both sides, just to give you enough room to wrap around the posts when you're doing your dual coils. It makes it a lot easier for me, and I would definitely recommend it. So we're going to go with 10 wraps here, and get them as close together as you can. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I always start a little longer, and that is why, because I always end up pulling some of that because I pull so tight on it. But that'll be plenty there. It leaves me with about a 1/2 inch. Alright, we got our end snipped off. There is the first coil. All we got to do is do that again. Alrighty, you can see we got the second coil built. I left the tails on this one a little bit longer. It's going to help when we wrap it around the post there. Alright, we just need to torch these up and then get them hooked on the deck. Alrighty, we got our coils clamped down and they're even in there. Just give it a quick torch here. Must have had some e-juice on these tweezers. Burning off. Alright, got it nice and glowing there. I always heat up my ends. Oh yeah. Alright, we'll torch the second one and get the deck built. Ready to go on the deck. Alright, what I like to do is take, see we got one over, one under. Hopefully that's coming through. I like to take those, push it all the way down on the end of the screwdriver there, and then crimp them down with my finger. Just like that. See how they're almost even? And we need to do that with both coils. Alright, here's the second coil. I'm going to show you guys again real quick. All you got to do is take the end and just kind of pinch them together. Just like that. And they're offset, so you just need to just take it and hold one and then push the other one around until they're even. They're almost even together coming off the coil. So alright, now attaching dual coils on here is a little tricky. It would be really nice if a manufacturer that made these posts that were positive and negative put the holes in it just like they do on the RDAs. It would make attaching these a lot easier and you don't have to go around the post. But hopefully in the future one of the manufacturers takes note of that and can kind of help us out. It'd be a lot easier putting these coils in there. So the easiest way I found to attach these coils on here when I'm doing a dual coil is I kind of eyeball where I want the coil at. Lots of coffee, I'm shaky. And then I'll come up on the wire here, I'll push it against the screwdriver. Alright, and then I'll just make a bend. Just like that, bring it over here, see where I'm going to be at. That's going to be just about right. If not, just a little tighter. Then I'll come over on, oops, and then I'll come over on the second one here, and I will do the same. I'll put the second one on here. This is why you want to leave your leads long enough and give yourself room to work with. Trust me, fighting short ones like this is a pain, so you just use extra wire. Alright, now I figured out a little trick to this. When I'm attaching these, I take the wire here and go over the screwdriver just like that. See how I got those laying on top? It helps me. You can attach these any way you want. This is your deal. And then I just take that end, bend it around. just like that. Yep, I wrapped it all the way around that post. And then I go ahead and I take the screwdriver out. Now I just bend those up for right now. Alright, I just snipped off the ends. Alright, now I got up a little closer for you guys to show you on attaching the second one. As long as you wrap the first one around the post, you'll be good to go. It's going to help you hold that one in there. You're not fumbling with fighting. So that way you're not fighting with both of them, trying to attach them to the post. So, alright, on the second one here, I wrap it around just like we did the first one, and then I attach that post. Make sure it is tight and it's not going to fall back off. Alright, now you can pull, push, and prod to get your second wire. Just wrap it over the end there. See how I got that coming over? Just like that. And just take your fingernail and pull it around. If you got longer leads, it is definitely easier. I kind of hindered myself a little bit by cutting that one a little short. Don't over tighten them, but you definitely want them really tight on there. So we got our second one on. So alright, we got both of our coils on there attached. They are not pretty, so all we got to do is straighten them up here. Just take your screwdriver, run it in through there again, and just take and pull your coil out. Make sure it's even. And I like to pull mine up just a hair, just like that. Alright, we'll straighten up the second coil here. Just make sure it's even. I like to pull it up just a hair. Just like that. Alrighty, we got our coils all evened up. They're up about a ½ inch off the deck right here where the airflow holes are. You want to make sure your coils don't extend or don't push out past the side of the deck there. The reason is you're going to have to put the cap on, and you don't want them touching the side here and grounding anything out or getting any faults from that. So I'm going to throw it on here, check our ohms. We're at 0.8. Alright, that'll work out perfect. So alrighty, I got her on the phaser here. We're going to heat them up and do some fine tuning of these coils, and then we'll wick them. Alright, I just like to heat them up, get them glowing, and then make sure you let off the firing button, and then just crimp them down with your tweezers there. Heat up the other side. Alright, they're heating up very nicely from the inside out. We're ready to wick. So alrighty, just take off, I don't know, a couple inches. The density of this, just so it's snug going through these coils, is the best way I can tell you guys on how much cotton I grab or how much cotton to use. And then just thread it through. Now if it's starting to pull really hard and you're moving your coils, you need to stop and pull some out. Now I like to take these and then I'll kind of twist them a little bit. See that? Just like that. Alright, now the length of these, I like to cut these at is so they just barely go on the top of these channels here. Right in the top there. So I'll pull one down, and I like to snip it at an angle. Alrighty, I'm going to show you guys up close here on how I like to cut these, cut the cotton for this. Alright, now see the deck is right here where the airflow comes through, right there. So what I like to do is cut at an angle through the cotton, just like that. So both sides are kind of angled there. I'm going to show you why in just a minute. Alright, now we just take a little bit of juice here, get the cotton saturated. You don't have to have it saturated to a whole bunch. Alright, now this is going to make it a lot easier getting these down here in the channel. Now we got our cotton saturated here. All I do is I take it and just barely pull the cotton down. If you have some coming down, just barely pull your cotton down. Now if you have some going down in that channel, just pull it out and snip it off. And just tuck a little bit at that end. When we cut it at an angle, just tuck that end barely into that channel, just like that. Just barely. See that right there? Just barely tuck. That's why I cut that cotton at an angle, so I can tuck that corner just barely down in there. Alright, well, all we gotta do is close the hood of this bad boy, fill it up with some juice, and vape it. Alright, we got her together. Just need to fill it up, and the fill hole is right here on the bottom. All you gotta do is unscrew it, pull it out, fill her up with some juice. Use my little dropper right here. It's real easy to fill. Alrighty, we got her all filled up. Now we're ready to give it a vape. So we're back up and it's vaping great. So what I would recommend to you guys, if you're new to RVAs, and I still do it too, is once you get your coil built in there, you get it wicked, you get it saturated, you get everything put back together, only put like a ½ mil in there. Don't fill it all the way up, and give it a few vapes. Make sure it's vaping good, making sure you're not getting any burn hits. It's what you expect, because if you fill it all the way up, you're just going to have a big old mess on your hands if you have to take it back apart and adjust some stuff in there. So, and as you can see, it's vaping great. I'm loving this Fogger V4. It's been a blast building on this, having it to vape on. Flavor out of it is great. Compared to a K-Fun, not as much flavor, and I went with a higher VG2 as well in this build, so I'm not going to get the intensity of flavor that I'm used to in a 50-50 blend. I did fill this up with a 70-30. Check that out. Nice, dense, thick, cool vapor that I like. We ended up being about 0.8 ohms, 0.83 to be exact, on final after we got some e-juice on it. And also when you're building with these, you might get a little off taste at first. That's just from having new cotton in there. Even with organic cotton, any cotton you use in there is going to give you a little bit of a weird taste once you get those coils broken in. That's what I call it. You got to break in your coils, and then that goes away completely. To avoid that, you can, when you're heating up your coils and crimping them down to get them to glow from the inside out, once you get that finalized, drip a little bit of e-juice on there, burn it off, do that a couple times, and then go ahead and wick it with your cotton, and you should be good to go and not have to break in your coils. Me, I don't worry about it, because after about, I don't know, 10 vapes, it's gone. So alright guys, that wraps up my review and build on the Fogger V4. And you know what? I'm loving it. 2 big thumbs up from the TVB, the vaping budget on the Fogger V4. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to you guys on if you do have one or you order one and it helped you get it built and set up. Or if you're looking to purchase one, you kind of been on the fence about purchasing one, didn't know what to expect. Hopefully this was helpful to you guys, and the build in here works great for me. You can tweak it any way you like to fit your style of vaping. I can't get over the clouds coming out of the tank. So alright, that wraps up this review. If you guys have any questions at all, you have a Fogger V4, you purchase one, you watch the video, you have questions, send me a message on Facebook, comment below. I'll definitely get back to you and help you guys out with any questions you might have on setting up your Fogger V4. So from me and the TVB, have an awesome day, and I'll be thinking about you when I'm vaping on my Fogger V4.